Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trenton Talks. And I've had a very interesting tail end of 2024 going into early 2025. And I'm going to talk about a huge segment of my tail end to the year and the new beginning to my year in this video. I'm not going to, again, huge segment. I'm not going to talk about everything about this year because if so, we'd be here a long time because 2024 was a really bad year. But if you want me to talk about how my 2024 went, let me know down in the comments below and I will. But enough daily dialing, let's begin. So this episode, Trenton Talks, is talking about my job hunting experience. And I'm not fully done with it, but I'm at a place where it's like part one. So let's begin with this November. From August to November of 2024, I had a job at Kellanova, the parent company of Kellogg's, Pringles, and all that. And I was in their testing facility helping test food, like helping make test food. And I was a contractor for a company called GDI. Now, since I quit this back in November and I started in August, and my my NDA, I signed expired January 31st, 2024. So I could actually now talk about this on Trenton Talks, why I left GDI. And there's multiple factors. I told people around me that it was because I couldn't do the work. No, I could do the work. Easily could do the work, 100%. Um, Basically what happened is two things. One is like the other one's like more important. Let's start with the reason first, or the one that was like, okay, that was fine. I could deal with it, but it was just really fucking annoying. Actually there's three reasons. Reason one, me and a coworker, when I was still new, I was asking a bunch of questions on how to clean the grates and the drains because I didn't know. No one showed me. And that's fair, and like as I'm asking questions, he's explaining it in a way that's like very fucking confusing. Like I'm asking where should I start drains, and he's saying from middle to the ends of each. And so I'm doing that, and basically what he's doing is he's confusing himself and me, because as he's saying go from the middle to the start and end of each, he's meaning go from the start of the drain all the way in the back and go to the end. But he's doing such a shit job at explaining it to the point where, again, it makes it sound like he wants me to start from the middle and work my way towards the beginning and work my way towards the end, which confused the fuck out of me and another coworker that was doing it. So we're asking a bunch of questions, right, because we're unsure. And he was just like, he eventually got annoyed with all that question asking, called us fucking idiots, and then stormed out and was such a little pussy bitch boy about it. I don't know, this still makes me mad to this day. Second reason is I went to management about this and they did nothing. Number one, they didn't even do anything we threatened to call HR, which is crazy in itself. And with similar instances like this, specifically against this one coworker, I was told that management doesn't do anything. And also other instances of when I was asking management for help with something like that, it'd be like, yeah, we'll get to you, or yeah, we'll do it, and then they will never do it, or when they get back to me, it was 4 months later, give or take. That number's exaggerated, but like, as another great example, about 3 months in was when we finally got like my pants size for the job so I can get my pants fitted, which was fucking insane. And keep in mind, again, I quit in November because I was just getting tired of it. And then the last reason that I quit was because we had a team meeting that we were probably gonna get laid off anyways. So I said, fuck it. If we're gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my own terms, and I did. I will go into what decisions I regret later on in this episode, so stay tuned. Next, we're gonna be talking about buying Christmas presents, cause when I quit in November, that was the first half of November, and I'm like, shit, man, It's gonna be December pretty soon. I gotta get Christmas shit around, and so like I waited to my final paycheck, and I basically blew 500 something dollars give and take in just Christmas presents and other things, which is very um a very interesting thing to blow money on. But everyone liked their Christmas presents, and that kind of made me happy. Although I would like to be able to not stress about money. It's whatever at this point. Um, Next in December, I went on Indeed to find jobs. Uh, One of the worst things you can do, by the way, if you're just using Indeed, as I come to find out, Indeed is very interesting in the sense that there is a bunch of jobs on there that any given time you can apply to, even if you don't have the skills of things. So I just started applying to shit where on my resume I don't have the skills, but I was also mainly applying to things I do have the skills for. Um, and basically, when you apply on Indeed, they don't really know anything about you. Like you the reason that Indeed does not work so well is because they really don't know anything about the person that they're hiring. All they know is the resume you give them and then the little bio on Indeed. They don't know anything else about you, which can make it very, very tricky to get a job. Where if you go over to, let's just say, a jobs website, they may ask you more personal questions to get a basic understanding of you. So people hiring on Indeed is basically fucking finding a needle in a haystack. Uh, so yeah, that's genuinely the worst. One of the worst ways you can get a job is just by going on Indeed and not going to company websites or going to, places in person. Be like, hey, how are you? I want a job application. As I come to also learn later, basically this huge thing was a learning moment for me in all the worst ways. So from January until February, I personally felt like I needed more money, and there was just this anxiety thing, right? Everyone gets anxiety about shit like this all the time. So I cut down on the amount of electronics I own. I cut down on the amount of manga I own. I cut down on legit anything I could sell. So where does that leave me at now? If you noticed, I have not been using a good microphone for my streams. Nor, yeah, if you notice, I haven't been using a good microphone to talk to you guys on Trenton Talks or on my streams. Right now, I'm using a webcam microphone. Usually, I'm using an Xbox headset microphone, which is what you hear during the streams and shit. But it's because I sold off my good microphone to earn more funds, which fucking sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It fucking sucks. That is one of the decisions I do regret to this day. Most of my selling things was things I don't use or I don't need really. But goddamn, that microphone was like $150, and I got like $80 back for it. Like not worth it in the grand scheme of things. I also just started selling like spare headphones I had laying around, spare everything I could sell, which sucks because now my manga collection went from about, let's say, about 200 books. Now I'm about down to like 70, maybe up to 100 now, which is sucky, and it doesn't feel good, and it didn't make me feel good to sell that stuff either. Also, one of the things I did also sell, which was one of the worst decisions I think I made out of this whole thing, out of this whole arc of selling shit, was my Nintendo Switch OLED. Now, you might be looking at this gameplay and thinking, but Trenton, you're playing Fortnite on this Switch. I know. I spent my Christmas money to get a new Switch. Because, yeah, yeah, that didn't feel good at all. That really did not make me feel good at all. Next, we get into the company website arc, which was January and February of this year. I was going around in person, grabbing job applications, going to company websites. Uh, Self-explanatory. And now we're in the part-time job arc, which is where we're at right now in February-March. I'm not gonna say when, out of personal respect for my privacy, but I, dude, I really don't like it there, but it's like I don't have a choice right now anyways. So, it's whatever I can do, because again, I can't do anything about it, which is fucking awful. It sucks. It's not great. It's one of the worst feelings you can have. By far. One of the worst feelings you can have is being at a job and not liking it. Which is, again, one of the main reasons why I quit GDI in the first place. Which, not again, as we're going to go into. Definitely one of not my finest moments, but whatever. Alright, next, we get to how I felt about my interviews. Now, going in, I had multiple interviews. I think I did like 6 to 7 interviews in total throughout this whole period. And I honestly thought I did good. And again, apparently I did not. Now, you might be asking, Trenton, what did you do wrong? I don't know. I really, really don't know. And it pisses me off. I hate it when and this is a lot of companies too. I hate it when companies, don't tell you what you do wrong in interviews and like why they rejected you. And that's a lot of companies. And if you don't know that nowadays you don't even get a reason why they rejected you besides an email, then you must be one of the fucking lucky ones. And I need to apply wherever the fuck you're applying. Because every single company, with the exception of 2, when either an interview happened or it didn't happen, they didn't elaborate why they chose to move forward with applications. Which is the sad reality of the job market nowadays. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not like how it was 10 years ago. We could probably fucking find a job. No, it's not. What I've learned, don't immediately, well, not immediately, but like don't quit another job without having a job of some sort backed up, because that gap does not really look really good on your resume, and you're gonna have to explain a lot. You are really gonna have to explain what that gap in the resume is, and it's not gonna work out well at all in your favor usually, with the rare exception where it does, but it takes a long ass time to do that. I've also learned that a job isn't really just about money. It's about the people you hang out with in that place of work and outside of work from your coworkers. Because you can have a good job that pays really fucking well, but if you have the shittiest coworkers in the world, that is gonna put a dent in your plans. What I've learned is don't go into debt. Don't go into debt to to be like, okay, I don't have money, so now I need to go in debt. Don't do that. I did that a little bit. Don't do that. That's a bad choice. Definitely not the best choice I've ever had, but whatever. Another thing I've learned is to make sure everything is up to date with your car before you quit another job if you don't have another job in place. Because I, for one, found out that my car battery was bad by it not starting up in the wintertime, which is definitely a very bad thing to be at if you don't have money. And do I regret my decision? Yes. Yes, but also I got a huge learning moment out of this, so I guess that counts for something. But anyways, guys, that is the end of this episode of Trenton Talks. I know it was a very, very long one. Thank you for sticking through with me as we talked about my job hunting experience. I want to know how your guys' job hunting experiences have gone too. Maybe you guys have gotten lucky. Maybe you guys have been just like me and just not been getting lucky and kind of was just stuck at a brick wall for months and months on end. Which, if that's the case for you for the second one, I am so sorry. The personal pain and like the anxiety and like the anxiety and the fear of not having a job again and me like being so stressed out to the point of crying, I understand your pain, and I don't wish that upon any other person, because holy shit, that was rough. One of the rough patches in my life for sure. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Trenton Talks. Spoiler, I lose the Fortnite game. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more consistent Trenton Talks stuff soon. Look forward to a new series we're going to be launching this month because I got burnt out earlier. But now I have a passion for making content again. It's the 3 month passion that dwindles away. But anyways, again, sorry for being the Yap Masters for so long, including this outro. Uh, yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you like this type of content, and yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.